Welcome to Hot Zone Updates. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. A major development is unfolding in the Indo-Pacific. The United States and the Philippines have confirmed a landmark agreement to establish a large-scale ammunition and logistics hub at Subic Bay. This move marks a significant shift in regional security, directly responding to rising tensions and a changing geopolitical landscape. Leaders in Washington and Manila call this a pivotal moment for their alliance, aiming to bolster defense and ensure stability. The facility is more than a storage depot. It's a strategic anchor for American and Filipino forces, pre-positioning vital supplies for rapid crisis response. Resources will be placed near potential flashpoints like the South China Sea and Taiwan Strait. The Indo-Pacific's balance of power is shifting, and Subic Bay is at the center of it. The Subic Bay Logistics Hub is the product of months of high-level negotiations between the U.S. and Philippine defense officials. Talks focused on the facility's scope, legal framework, and each country's contributions. The Philippines provided the strategic location and local support. The U.S. pledged funding, expertise, and military hardware. The deal falls under the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA, which allows the U.S. to rotate troops and build facilities on Philippine bases. Subic Bay is now the most ambitious EDCA project, elevating the agreement from joint training to strategic power projection. EDCA's legal groundwork was crucial, ensuring the hub operates with respect for Philippine sovereignty while meeting U.S. needs. For the Philippines, the hub upgrades its defense posture and deters aggression, especially in the West Philippine Sea. It also brings economic benefits, jobs, and infrastructure development. For the U.S., Subic solves a major logistical challenge, reducing the time and distance to move critical supplies across the Pacific. The announcement was carefully choreographed, presented as a partnership of equals with a defensive purpose. Both governments emphasize the facility's goal to promote peace and stability, not provoke conflict. Yet the underlying message is clear: the U.S.-Philippines alliance is stronger and more integrated than it has been in years. This strategic handshake at Subic Bay signals readiness to face the Indo-Pacific's evolving security challenges together. The agreement is a blueprint for future cooperation. Subic Bay is now a symbol of shared resolve. Subic Bay's history is steeped in military power and global trade. For nearly a century, it was one of the largest overseas U.S. naval bases, a key logistics hub during the Vietnam War, and a symbol of American power in Asia. Its closure in 1992 marked the end of an era, but the transformation was remarkable. The Philippine government, with local support, converted the base into the Subic Bay Freeport Zone, a thriving center for trade, manufacturing, and tourism. This transition showcased Filipino resilience, turning a symbol of foreign presence into economic independence. Yet Subic Bay's strategic value never faded. Its location at the crossroads of major shipping lanes, with world-class port facilities and nearby Clark Air Base, makes it ideal for both commercial and military logistics. Today, Subic Bay enters a new chapter, blending commercial success with renewed military purpose. The new ammunition hub marks a return to its strategic roots, but under a modern Philippine-controlled model with U.S. presence. This hybrid approach reflects the evolving U.S.-Philippines alliance, leveraging Subic's past and present for a more secure future. The facility is not a U.S. base, but a joint asset under mutual agreement. Subic's dual identity is now its greatest strength. The region's security and prosperity are intertwined here. Subic Bay stands as a model for adaptive strategy in the Indo-Pacific. Its legacy continues, shaped by history, driven by necessity. The decision to establish the Subic Bay hub is driven by urgent geopolitical realities. China's assertiveness in the South China Sea, militarization of artificial islands, and harassment of Philippine vessels have created instability. The Philippines, facing a powerful neighbor, sought to strengthen its U.S. alliance as a credible deterrent. The hub is a direct response, signaling that coercion will not go unchallenged. Timing is critical. U.S.-China competition is intensifying, and the Indo-Pacific is the central arena. Washington is reinforcing alliances to counter Beijing's influence, and Subic Bay is a key part of this strategy. The location is unmatched, just over 100 nautical miles from Scarborough Shoal and within reach of the Taiwan Strait. In a crisis, rapid deployment and resupply are paramount. Subic cuts response times from weeks to days. Pre-positioning supplies here fundamentally alters the strategic balance. The hub also addresses the logistical challenge of moving men and materiel across the vast Pacific. Forward locations like Subic are core to modern military doctrine, reducing reliance on vulnerable supply chains. U.S. and allied forces become more resilient, agile, and capable of sustained operations. The Subic hub is both a political statement and a practical solution. It complicates the plans of any potential aggressor. Subic Bay is now a linchpin in the Indo-Pacific security architecture. The Subic Bay hub has immediate implications for Taiwan's security. Located less than 500 miles south of Taiwan, it enables rapid U.S. and allied resupply in a crisis. The hub complements U.S. bases in Japan and Guam, creating a robust support network for Taiwan's defense. For Taipei, it's a welcome sign of strengthened regional security cooperation and U.S. commitment. The move complicates Beijing's military planning, adding a layer of deterrence and strategic depth for Taiwan. China's reaction has been swift, condemning the agreement as a threat to regional peace and stability. Beijing is likely to respond with military drills and diplomatic pressure, but the hub forces China to recalculate its strategy. By pre-positioning supplies within the first island chain, the U.S. directly challenges China's anti-access strategy. The Subic Bay hub has redrawn the region's security map. The Subic Bay Agreement was shaped by the personal rapport and strategic alignment between U.S. President Donald Trump and Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. Both leaders prioritize national security and have steered their countries toward closer cooperation to counter China. Trump views the hub as a smart, mutually beneficial deal, projecting power without overextending U.S. resources. Marcos has fast-tracked the agreement, calling it a cornerstone of Philippine security and a means to defend sovereignty. Public statements from both leaders have emphasized defense, not aggression, and a shared commitment to regional peace. Their alignment overcame bureaucratic hurdles and political opposition, providing the momentum to finalize the deal. The Subic Bay hub is a product of this unique political moment and their personal dynamic. It solidifies a new chapter in the U.S. Philippines alliance. The partnership is now more resilient and focused than ever. Subic Bay exemplifies the dual-use doctrine, where commercial vitality and military strategy coexist. The Freeport Zone remains a bustling economic engine, home to hundreds of companies and world-class infrastructure. The new ammunition hub will be integrated into this landscape, leveraging existing port and road networks for efficiency. Military cargo will use the same terminals as commercial vessels, saving time and resources. This model offers advantages. Commercial activity provides cover and normalcy, while military presence adds security. The economic and military functions reinforce each other, creating a virtuous cycle. For the U.S., it's a forward presence that's less intrusive. For the Philippines, it's economic growth and enhanced defense. Subic's dual-use success may become a blueprint for future security partnerships. The world is watching this innovative approach. Despite its benefits, the Subic Bay hub faces criticism and risks. Some in the Philippines fear it makes the country a target in a U.S.-China conflict, sacrificing autonomy. Environmental and social concerns persist, with calls for strict safety standards and transparency. Memories of past U.S. bases fuel demands for measures to prevent negative social impacts. Regionally, the hub could escalate tensions and trigger an arms race, pressuring Southeast Asian nations to choose sides. China will likely increase military activity in response, raising the risk of miscalculation. The Indo-Pacific is becoming more militarized, and moves like this can be seen as provocative. The challenge is to pair military strengthening with robust diplomacy and open communication. The ultimate goal, regional stability, not a spiral of escalation. The Subic Bay hub marks a paradigm shift in Indo-Pacific security. It's more than a facility, it's a symbol of a revitalized U.S. Philippines alliance and a response to 21 century challenges. By transforming a historic base into a dual-use logistics center, both nations invest in collective defense. The move enhances deterrence and provides a new anchor for regional stability. Subic's location and dual-use model offer a sustainable blueprint for future cooperation. Allies see reassurance, adversaries see resolve. The Trump-Marcos Pact underscores a new era of pragmatic, security-focused cooperation. The Subic Bay hub is a bold move to preserve peace through strength and uphold international law. As supplies arrive, a new security framework for the Indo-Pacific takes shape.